So today I'll be teaching you guys about the brain. This is my STEMinista show, and my name is Shalini. My mentor is Mrs. Stephanie. So I'm going to give a little demonstration. It's going to be a little activity, so if you guys have a timer near you, that'd be great. If you don't, we can work it out on the presentation. I have an alternative. So before you, I have a color chart. So over here, I listed the different colors, and I want you guys to try and challenge yourself by reading the color of each word, not the word that is written, but the color of each word. I'll give you guys around, I'll give you guys around 30 seconds, and you guys can go, you can time yourself, and I'll let this run. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, it keeps happening. I don't know what's happening. You guys just can read it. I'll let that play later. Is everyone done? If you guys are, then you guys can go on to the next one. The same thing, just try reading each color, the color of each word. Is everyone done? Okay, now if you guys want to share times, like from color chart A and color chart B, you can put them in the chat. Does anyone want to take a guess on why it must have taken you longer to do the second one than the first one? I guess you could unmute if you'd like, or you can put in the chat, anything is fine.
I think it was harder because during test B, the color and like the name of the color weren't together. They were kind of like scattered. So I think that's why it was harder.
Yeah, you're basically correct. So this is called the Stroop effect. And so the Stroop effect was named after a person named John Ridley Stroop. So he named it the Stroop effect because this is a type of effect that shows you it's harder for the brain to process two things at once. So when it's multitasking, it's harder to do a multitask than when you're doing one task. And so he had four theories that showed this. So the first one was the parallel distributed processing theory, was the ability to read the color of the word and not read the word itself instead. The selective attention theory was you had to pay more attention to the task at hand. The automaticity theory was reading words is more of an automated process than reading the colors of the words, which is what the brain would usually do. And the speed of processing theory is that people can have the tendency to take a longer time processing the color of the word than reading the word itself. And so all of these show that it's harder to read the color of the word because your brain has to multitask. And so here I have a brain model to show you the different lobes of the brain. The yellow is the parietal lobe, the purple is the occipital lobe, the orange is the temporal lobe, and the blue is the frontal lobe. So the parietal lobe is where the Stroop effect takes place. This is the lobe controls what we sense in general. The occipital lobe is where the brain's visual perception occurs. The temporal lobe is where this lobe uses four of our senses, sight, taste, touch, and sound, combining them with the collection of memories this lobe collects. And the frontal lobe is the lobe that manages a higher level of executive functions. It also is important for language that can be expressive and movement that is voluntary in humans. And so, as you can see, the lobe that controls what we sense in general is obviously the where the Stroop effect must take place, because this activity is all based on what we sense and how our brain is multitasking. So that's it. Thank you. I hope you guys learned something.